Okay, we are looking at page 13 in our interactive notebook, and we are talking about writing an equation from a graph. Okay, now Monday you plotted points, that was a review. Tuesday we looked at tables and graphs that had known independent and dependent variables, and we talked about those relationships. Yesterday, we looked at tables and graphs that did not have any identified independent and dependent variables, and that is where we came up with our own stories, and we identified what variable would be dependent and what would be independent, or vice versa, and then you wrote equations. Now, we did not plot those points, but we are today. Well, you will in a minute. So my word problem says Cherise pays the entrance fee to visit a museum, then buys souvenirs at the gift shop. The graph shows the relationship between the total amount she spends at the museum and the amount she spends at the gift shop. Write an equation to represent the relationship. So basically what you want to do is read the order pairs from the graph. Okay? So you're reading my order pairs from my graph, and you're going to use them to complete the table comparing total spent Y to the amount spent at the gift shop. Okay? So if I were to look over here at my graph, they have, well, let's look at my table real fast. My table was incomplete because they had 0, 5, 10, and 15 completed for me, 5 and 10, but we did not have these filled in. And I filled these in earlier doing a video, and my video was terrible. So I'm not rewriting it, sorry guys. But I have 5 points that were already plotted, and so what they're asking you to do is take these points off of your graph and put them over here. So I did that. I figured that I had to find my X first, and we already knew 5 and 10, so I found my next one right here, X right here, and I came down, and from where I'm looking here, that was 15. So 15 and then 20, because I paired it up over 15 up 20. I forgot to do my 10. My 10, when I get up here and match up this point over here, it's 15. And then my last point was over 20, which is my X, up 25, which is my Y. So you took your points, you put them in your table. Now, what is the pattern in the table? Well, when I spend $5 at the gift shop, I spend $5 more overall, because I paid $5 to get in, and each time I pay $5 at the gift shop, I pay 5 more overall. So that's my overall spent. Writing an equation, Y. Y equals, remember, Y is our dependent variable. We never know what Y is going to be until we know what X is going to be. So Y equals X plus 5. Now I have X plus 5 because I came up here and I saw that to get from 0 to 5, well, I know if I multiply by 5, well, 0 times 5 is 0, so that wouldn't work. So I knew addition had to work. 0 plus 5 is 5, but I'm going to test it on my other parts of my graph. 5 plus 5 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15, 15 plus 5 is 20, and 20 plus 5 is 25. So that's where I get Y equals X plus 5. 0 plus 5 is 5, which is my Y. Now, you need to identify the independent and dependent variables. Independent is my gift shop, money spent at my gift shop. Dependent is the total amount spent, not spend. Goodness gracious, Collins. Now, you were asked to draw a line through the points on the graph. Find the point that represents Cherise spending $18 at the gift shop. Use this point to find the total she would spend if she spent $18 at the gift shop. Then use your equation from C to verify your answer. So basically they want you to go over here to your graph and say, well, if X is 18, about here, where would we fall here? And it looks about, I'm guessing 23. Now, these are not perfect points, so that's why we're going to verify it with our equation. So if I know that Y equals X plus 5, I'm going to plug in 18 for X. So Y equals 18 plus 5, and so Y equals 23, which means if I spent $18 at the gift shop, I spent $23 overall.